Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking. And no, you're not dreaming. No, you're not in the film of Christopher Nolan, Inception. It is real. Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming to HBO Max in 2021, and we are excited. We absolutely just cannot wait. And Zack Snyder himself is pumped. He can't wait. He's working on the film right now in some capacity, and he is ready to bring us the real incarnation of Justice League, the real Seven Samurai, which is one of Zack's favourite films. Zack has been very interactive on social media today, typically on Vero, that's his preferred choice. He has been releasing a few images, he has been interacting with fans and talking about what the future of his plans are for Zack Snyder's Justice League, what we can expect going forward. And he released two images today, and let's get into the first image. The first image is Ryan Chow. Now, Ryan Chow is a character from the comics, which he ends up being the superhero Atom. Now, Atom is a very cool character, kind of like Ant-Man in a way, but I think he's cooler. So Ryan Chow was cut completely from Joss Whedon's cut of Justice League. He didn't even acknowledge the character whatsoever, and of course he will be in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we can't wait to see what Zack was going to do with the character and the actor who plays him. Now, this is the image here that Zack posted earlier on today. He goes, "This will be fun." So here we go. It isn't a black and white image. Now, this is a reason why I think it isn't black and white, because before, the black and white symbolized something that was in the dark, that Zack didn't know was going to happen in the future, so it was no way it was going to see the light of day. Now that the Snyder Cut is finally announced, these images can be in color all the time, and this will symbolize that the Snyder Cut is real, it's announced, and it's coming. Now, the second image he released today was a screenshot from Harry Lennox himself, who, of course, was in Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel, and he will ultimately end up being Martian Manhunter in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And Harry Lennox had this to say: "Justice League and the Snyder Cut. Things don't just happen, things happen just." So that was his post, kind of in tribute of the Snyder Cut getting announced, and he can't wait to go back and shoot his scenes with Martian Manhunter. Maybe he's already done them. We don't know if he's already gone back and shoot scenes with Zack. But Zack took that screenshot and said, watching over them all. Of course, we didn't know that Martian Manhunter existed in Zack Snyder's Justice League until he told us a few months back. It's interesting to go back and watch Man of Steel, watch Batman vs. Superman, and then think that this character is Martian Manhunter, and he's playing us all. We didn't know this whatsoever. We didn't even guess, or there was no hints that this was Martian Manhunter. So Zack Snyder has having a lot of fun with fans and with those posts, and of course, maybe referencing the song from Watchmen along the Watchtower, so there's going to be so much elements from Watchmen, I feel, in Zack Snyder's Cut of Justice League. And he's releasing more stills. He might release another still tomorrow, but who knows. But he looks like he's doing justice to the actors, to the characters that were completely cut out from Joss Whedon, Ryan Chow, Martian Manhunter, and who knows who else is missing from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Of course, we know Kirstie Clemons, who is playing Iris West. We know, I forget the woman's first name, her second name is Bryson. She plays Cyborg's mother. So these are so many actors and characters. So I predict that he'll release more images of these people, of these actors in the next few days to show us this is what's coming and this what was cut from Zack Snyder's Justice League. As I said, Zack was interacting with fans, and he got some questions here, and he responded to them on Vero. One question is, "I gather you're in the editing process. Should I expect a trailer? Though, I mean, you said yourself it will be entirely new thing," and Zack says, "Working on it." Another fan goes, "Are we getting OG Steppenwolf? Zack Snyder, I don't want to get my hopes up, and I hope this happens as well. I hope the OG style of the Parademons and of Steppenwolf comes back." And Zack just gives an owl love emoji there. Another fan goes, "Congrats on your film, boss. Any Army of the Dead updates?" And Zack Snyder says, "Coming soon." So it looks like we might get a trailer for Army of the Dead. Another fan goes, "Can we expect a trailer soon?" And he just gives an emoji with the sunglasses on. So big things are going to be coming in the next few weeks, few months. Trailers from Army of the Dead maybe, and some more clips or images from Zack Snyder's Justice League. We'll hear more reports on exactly what kind of scenes they want to go back and shoot, but this is all exciting and Zack seems pumped and ready. Now let's get into Henry Cavill's Superman. Culture Nerd, who has a very good Twitter account, a very good Instagram account. You should definitely go give him a follow. He does be on the Lightcast Pod YouTube channel a good bit, and he has a good lot of scoops and information, and he does be right a lot of the time, so go definitely give him a follow. But he says Zacks Studios to work on VFX for Snyder Cut and Ayer Cut. The VFX studio, Zacks Studios, have been tapped by the Stone Quarry to complete remaining VFX work for Zack Snyder's Justice League and David Ayer's Suicide Squad director cuts. So this is amazing. We knew Zack Snyder's Justice League was coming, and that everything there was going to be fixed up and touched up and things like that. But there was doubt, and there was reports over David Ayer's Suicide Squad. HBO Max, of course, didn't announce this. David Ayer didn't announce it. David Ayer, of course, is trying to petition for his cut of Justice League to get released in some capacity on HBO Max. And so this is very interesting. If this is true from Culture Nerd, this confirms that David Ayer's Suicide Squad will come. Now, the reason I'm not giving it too much hope is because it's only been reported by a few people, Culture Nerd being one of them, maybe even the first. So I want to hear more reports from other people and more information before I get too excited about this. But if this is happening, I think it makes sense. I think the Ayer Cut should be released before Zack Snyder's Justice League. It would make sense because back in 2016, that was the plan. Suicide Squad first, then Justice League, because it's linked up. Because in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, he had the plan to do Steppenwolf and Joker in the third act with paradigms, and that led into Zack Snyder's Justice League perfectly. But David Ayer was going to go back and change these things to be in more Enchantress heavy with her brother, and then those stupid kind of goons that there were, I forget the even name of them, that were working with Enchantress. But that's what it was changed to. So I definitely want to see David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad, but I hope it's being worked on. But in that article, if you go and you read it in full, you'll find it on the Culture Nerd Instagram page. It talks about the VFX crew that are working on it. It's going to take 3 months to touch up Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's going to take 9 months to touch up David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Now, the reason this is because David Ayer, as I said, with the Parademons and the Steppenwolf, they'd have to be completely changed. They'd have to be added and completely changed. And that's a lot of money, probably. That's a good bit of money, and that's probably a good bit of hard work. So maybe that's why HBO Max are hesitant so far on giving the greenlit for the Ayer Cut. So maybe that's not fully true about the Ayer Cut, but in fairness to Culture Nerd, he's been right about a lot of things. I will leave links to those articles from Culture Nerd. But Grace says, I hear all cast deals for Snyder Cut extensions are already done. So the crew is coming back. According to Grace, that's great news if that's happening. Grace also said, no, it means not a new contract, but an extension of the old. So someone asked about the contract. Is it new deals? Is it new contracts for new movies? No, it's just an extension of the previous Justice League 1. But those people had contracts for multiple films, so I don't know how that's just an extension. Maybe they are coming back for more. She goes, so many of you have asked me regarding the VFX story. I looked into it. Several sources have told me that the company is not doing any major work on the Snyder Cut, if at all. Plus, while Warner Brothers definitely opening to Ayer Cut if this goes well. No work being done on it or money spent in the near future. So that's interesting. But she also said Henry Cavill talks are happening, and he could be coming back to the DCU real soon. So, interesting stuff from Grace, but she kind of contradicts what Culture Nerd said. But to be fair, they were both right about the reveal of the Man of Steel watch party, and different people have different sources. So one could be true, one could be wrong. We don't know yet. It could be down the middle though as well. So, who's to say that company isn't already working on the Ayer Cut too? But she says that the cast are coming back. Deals have been made that way, so that's great. She also highlighted that the VFX, there's not much to be done on the Snyder Cut, which I fully believe. I wouldn't think there is much to do on the Snyder Cut. I think Zack has been working on that the last 2.5 years, in my opinion. And of course, the time period of the 6 months after Justice League finished filming. But let's get into the Henry Cavill story. Henry Cavill could be returning to the DCU full time. And I said this since the start, it was a negotiation tactic. That's why he didn't speak on the Snyder Cut before this, and this is why he is the one chosen by Zack Snyder to unveil it on the live stream. And then Henry was in big support of it on his Instagram, saying he talked to Zack Snyder and he was happy for Mr. Snyder, and he can't wait for the people to see this. It's a win-win for everyone. We get to see more Justice League. Be good, stay positive, and don't be hard on each other too much. So Henry Cavill, I fully believe he will come back as Superman. I said it before, I think him and The Rock will interact in a movie, and that means box office gold. I will definitely do a standalone video of my predictions for the future of the DCU, but definitely Henry Cavill is coming back, not just only for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but definitely and possibly for a Man of Steel 2 or to appear in Black Adam or Shazam. So it's very exciting. Henry Cavill is back full time as the Man of Steel. As I said, David Ayer has been very vocal about his cut of Suicide Squad. One of the fans goes, I sure hope so. Personally had a fun with Trailer Park Suicide Squad, but goddamn, hashtag release the Ayer cut. And David Ayer goes, I wish. And then there was kind of some flirting going on between AT&T and David Ayer. And that got people excited and interested in what was going on there. So AT&T were then sharing gifts and just kind of, I'd say, flirting. AT&T were like one teen at a time in regards to David Ayer's Suicide Squad. And David Ayer just says standing by. So David Ayer wants his cut of Suicide Squad to be out there, wants it on HBO Max, and I think AT&T will listen to the fans again. I think this will end up on HBO Max. I don't know if it will be before or after Zack Snyder's Justice League, but either way, it's a win-win for David Ayer, and it's a win-win for his fans, and it's a win-win for HBO Max. Now let's talk about the best Batman of all time, Ben Affleck. He's back as the Batman. He's back in the cowl. He's back for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he couldn't be any more excited. He shared it all over his social media platforms. He tagged the league, and we're going to get Ben Affleck back. But he was on the Kevin Smith YouTube show, Fat Man Beyond Man or something like that. I don't watch it that much, but I've watched it occasionally. And Kevin Smith said he got a message from Ben Affleck. They were talking about the Snyder Cut, and this is the video. Let's have a look.
I just want to say I'm sorry I couldn't make it on there live, but I'm very excited that Zack's getting a chance to finally see his vision realized. I think it's a great thing. I'm really excited for the fans to get to see it, and I want to say thank you to the fans because it was their enthusiasm and their passion that made it happen. Without fan support, I don't think it ever would have happened. And I love Zack, and I love his version of the movie, and I look forward to everyone getting a chance to see it. What up, Smith? I'm a fan. What can I say?
So there was Ben showing huge congratulations to Zack Snyder, giving huge praise to the fans, saying without the fans it wouldn't be happening, this wouldn't be a thing, and so he's just happy for everyone to see Zack Snyder's vision, and he looks fit, he looks in good shape, he looks healthy, so this is good signs for Ben Affleck to come back in some capacity at the Dark Knight, and he couldn't be any more excited. He signed on because of Zack Snyder, he signed on because of Zack Snyder's vision, and now he's back because of Zack Snyder's vision and back because of the fans and the love that they showed. So this is great. Henry Cavill is back, Ben Affleck is back, and this is hard to believe. I couldn't be any more pumped as a DC fan, as a Batman fan. This is like all my wet dreams at once. Yeah, I said it. You just haven't said it yet. And the last thing to look at today is this banner that was flown over Warner Brothers. It says, thanks HBO Max and Warner Brothers. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Now, I don't know if this was fans. I heard some people say it was Zack Snyder that got this flown over Warner Brothers. But Zack got a picture of the banner of the plane going by. Said, this is awesome. So Zack is in a great mood. And whoever did this, absolutely brilliant touch. Because remember a year ago or a year and a half ago, we flew a banner over Warner Brothers saying hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Well, now that has happened, Warner Brothers have done it. And we just thank them now because it's absolutely brilliant that they did this. But anyway, guys, that's all the DC news regarding Zack Snyder, regarding the Ayer Cut. And still excited and absolutely can't wait. As always, guys, come interact with me and talk about movies. You'll find me on Twitter at MovieBuff100. You'll find me on Instagram at Movies That Matter, The Viking. You'll also find me on Facebook at Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've been doing a lot of live videos over there lately, so definitely come and check those out. And come and join. If you want to come and talk about movies, come onto the page and just let me know that you want to join one of the lives, and we'll do it. We'll talk about the Snyder Cut, we'll talk about movies in general, and we'll just have some fun. But as always, guys, see you next time, and stay positive.